Motherhood. Your mother's hands were worn, but gentle. They had seen years of hard work, of cooking, and cleaning and caring for others. But they had also seen the joy of holding you close, of watching you grow, of being your rock in times of need. As a child, you remembered watching your mother move effortlessly around the kitchen, her hips swaying to the rhythm of sizzling meat and simmering stews. You remembered the way she'd smile, her eyes crinkling at the corners, as she presented you with a steaming plate of your favorite food. As you grew older, you began to appreciate the sacrifices your mother had made for you. The late nights and early mornings, the endless worrying and caring. You realized that her hands, worn as they were, had been your safe haven, your guiding light. One day, as you looked at your mother's hands, now wrinkled and aged, you felt a surge of gratitude and love. You took her hands in yours, feeling the familiar roughness of her skin, and said, "Thank you, Mom. Thank you for everything." Your mother's eyes welled up with tears as she smiled, her hands squeezing yours gently. "I'd do it all again in a heartbeat," she said. "I love you, child." And in that moment, you knew that you would always cherish your mother's hands, worn and gentle as they were, and the unconditional love they represented. Years went by, and you grew into a strong, independent individual. You made your mother proud, pursuing your passions and making a name for yourself. But no matter how far you strayed, your mother's hands remained a constant source of comfort and strength. One day, as you sat by your mother's bedside, holding her hands as she lay frail and weak, you felt a deep sense of gratitude and love. You looked at her hands, now thin and fragile, and remembered all the times they had held you, comforted you, and guided you. "Mom," you whispered, your voice trembling with emotion. "I don't know what I would have done without you. Your hands have been my rock, my safe haven." I'll never forget that. Your mother's eyes, cloudy with age and illness, sparkled with tears as she smiled. She squeezed your hands gently, her grip weak but full of love. "I'll always be with you, child," she whispered. In here, she tapped your chest, and in here, she tapped your hands. "My hands may be weak now, but they'll always be strong in your heart." As you held your mother's hands, feeling the warmth and love emanating from them, you knew that she was right. Her hands would always be a part of you, guiding you, comforting you, and reminding you of the unconditional love she had always given you. The end.